Welcome back, viewers. You're watching WION World is One. I'm Shivan Chandna. We're continuing with our coverage of the events in Washington. US President Donald Trump will now shortly address the press at the White House. This is moments after he was evacuated from the White House Correspondents' dinner after shots were fired. This comes after Trump, and not just him, senior officials, they were evacuated from the White House. That included Melania Trump, that included immediate members of his cabinet, his White House press secretary, the defense secretary the Secretary of War, the Treasury Secretary, the Vice President of the US. They were all in attendance at the White House Correspondents' dinner. Loud bangs were heard in quick succession, and thereafter they were evacuated. Now, this is the exact moment when the loud bangs were heard. He's seen evacuating Trump from the dais. Vice President J.D. Vance and members of Trump's cabinet, as I mentioned earlier, they were in attendance. They've also rushed out. All are safe and have headed back and are now at the White House. The suspected shooter has been apprehended. Reports suggest the shooter is in early 30s. That's the age group that we know so far. Reports are suggesting more. We'll wait for a confirmation. U.S. officials say that the president, the vice president, and everyone else, they are safe. The U.S. Secret Service is probing the shooting incident and has confirmed that Trump and First Lady Melania Trump are safe, as I mentioned. An FBI official has mentioned that the shooter attempted to open fire at a Secret Service agent. The service agent is also safe at this point, and the shooter has been apprehended, who's reported to be in early 30s. Now, according to the Associated Press, the security incident took place outside the room where Donald Trump and other officials were attending the dinner. My colleague Susan, who's also reporting from the US, she has also told us that the shooting, in fact, took place in the lobby area, and these were visuals from the ballroom. Now, according to Trump, there was a statement that was put out on his Truth Social platform soon enough. Law enforcement has requested him and other officials to leave the premises. They are out of the premises now. Currently, they are now back at the White House, and a press briefing is scheduled. It's supposed to start minutes from now. This is the post on Truth Social minutes after the event. Trump said that he will address the press shortly from the White House press briefing room. And this is an update from about half an hour ago. Currently, where things stand, the press pool for the White House, for the US president, they have assembled in the White House briefing room. They are waiting for the press statement and the press briefing to start from the US president. That's where things stand as of now. I'll cut across to my colleague Susan once again. Susan, you've been bringing us all right, I'll try to reconnect with Susan once again. Here's a look at the sequence of events. Let's take a look once again.
Ladies and gentlemen, out. We gotta go.
The president will be having a press briefing at the White House in 30 minutes.